Hurricane Sandy lowered retail sales by $4 billion in the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic region, nearly 20% of the usual total, according to the Associated Press. Nationwide sales totals for the week of October 28th to November 3rd typically generate about $78 billion, but estimates for this year were $74 billion. New York operated about 70% of its capacity. The Financial Times reports that since the Standard & Poor's downgrade from the AAA rating, Treasury bonds have enjoyed an impressive rally. Evidence of the weakening U.S. economy has pulled yields lower, rewarding existing holders of bonds. The benchmark 10-year yield hovers just above the post-war low of 1.44% after record demand last week. A year ago, the 10-year yield stood at 3%. Despite ongoing stimulus, the recovery remains weak and demand for treasuries remain high. Energy companies are likely to see even more regulation in Obama's second term, with less access to federal lands and water. Despite the false promises of energy independence, Reuters reports that Obama's plan to reduce energy independence by promotion of more fuel efficiency vehicles rather than promoting drilling. Obama plans on spending more on green energy despite Solyndra. Obama is expected to tighten rules and regulations on energy exploration actions and are expected to add billions of dollars in costs for oil and gas companies. Expect $4 gas as a price to be the new norm. The Wall Street Journal reports that Americans are setting up new households at the fastest rate in 6 years, an indication that anxiety about the recession is easing. The U.S. added 1.15 million households in the 12 months that ended in September, according to the Census Bureau. That is an increase from 650,000 households formed annually in the past 4 years. It is still behind the 1.25 million households added annually during the boom years. Rising household formation indicates that students are finding jobs and more adult children are leaving their parents' homes. Thousands of Greeks protested Tuesday before an important vote in Parliament to cut billions of dollars in government wages and benefits in order to qualify for Eurozone bailout funds. USA Today indicates that cuts include raising the retirement wage from 65 to 67. The Prime Minister indicates that the austerity measures voted on this week will be the last of argues that without bailout funds, Greece will face bankruptcy and eviction from the European Union. Unemployment is at 25% and the economy is predicted to shrink by 6.5% this year. The Eurozone has given Greece $307 billion in bailout pledges since 2010. They are due to give Greece about $40 billion in loans this year if Greece makes $17 billion in spending cuts. CNBC reports that despite shorter lines at gas stations in the Northeast, closures have led to a gray market for fuel on Craigslist. Prices for a 5-gallon container range from $30 to $100 on Tuesday. The New York Attorney General has opened an investigation into the posting. Drivers also turned to social media to find out where they could buy gas. Twitter account at NJ Gas had 6,400 followers and were growing earlier this week. In areas where power had been restored, gas is also returning. Reporting for Millionaire Corner, I'm Heather Kiley. Thanks for watching.